What's up, YouTube? Back at you with another video. I've been meaning to make a video about Snowfall for a while. I just haven't had a lot to comment on until pretty much last week. So I'm going to give my thoughts on, I guess, what was episode 5. And I'm going to give, I'm going to give my little notes that I have about episode 5. But what I really want to talk about is who I believe to be the villain of the season. Without further ado, let's get into it. So, episode 5. The main thing that kind of really got my gears going was the fact that somebody's coming after Franklin and them, and they have no idea who's trying to kill them. And the thing is, the catch is, this person that's putting hits on them, you know, doing drive-bys and everything, this person knows exactly where they're going to be and when, all of that. So clearly it's somebody on the inside. Now, everybody thinks that it's Franklin's girl. And for a split second, I thought it was gonna be her, because the way that she loaded that gun when they were sitting and talking in episode 4, I was like, okay, she did that too well for her to just be some regular chick. So obviously there's more to her. And not that she's completely innocent, right? But the main villain of season 5 is LOUIE. All right? It's LOUIE. Now here's why. This show is all about emotions, and more so than that, this show really kind of touches on the idea and the concept of family. You know, everybody has their own interpretation of family, and a lot of times, most people's family, nine times out of 10, no one has the perfect family. And success, I feel like, has done nothing but exacerbated the issues between Franklin, Jerome, LOUIE, his mother, you know, his friends, and otherwise. Now, the thing with LOUIE, and maybe people have not caught on to this yet, but LOUIE has had these little moments where she kind of hints at, like, there's more to her intentions, because it's like now all of a sudden, you know, at the end of season 4, in the beginning of season 5, she wants to be like Mrs. Kingpin, and she's all, you know, Mrs. Ambitious. Anything that Franklin ever asked her to do, you know, she has a problem with it. It's either, you know, she's going off at the mouth, or she's saying no. And then she always has this look on her face like, you know, like there's a lot more going on inside her mind than just, you know, what it is that they're talking about. Number 1, she's in cahoots with that crazy drug addict crackhead police officer. That's one. And right after the hit, right after the drive-by at that restaurant, she was the most comfortable out of everybody, right? Because first of all, Franklin's girl got into like crazy actor mode, and then all of a sudden she starts crying. So I'm like, oh, so you an actress now? Like, what the fuck? And then LOUIE, you know, she said, oh, I'm such and such, because I don't even know his name. But she was like, oh, I'm such and such a CI. Now, all I know is the I, and that, you know, stands for informant. So she's a police informant. I don't think anybody ever caught that. Now, here's the other thing. When Franklin threatened LOUIE, well, we kind of threatened LOUIE, really, you know, just you know, Franklin didn't threaten Jerome, but he threatened LOUIE because he was looking at her dead in his eye, and basically, yeah, so he threatened her life. He was like, yo, there's nothing that, you know, I'm not prepared to do. You know what I'm saying? And I think LOUIE deadass took that seriously. So she wasn't just like, this is Franklin, he don't mean it. She was like, yo, like, he means what he says. And she was also saying, now here's the like the small piece that is so important. LOUIE says,
no, we ain't doing that.
Why not?
Because I don't want to put my life, our life, I don't want to put my life, our life,
I don't want to put my life, our life,
at risk for your bullshit ass decisions.
LOUIE is a woman that swings both ways. I feel like Franklin's girl is in cahoots with Louie, because Louie was all out and about fucking chicks and doing a whole bunch of shit in like the first early seasons, if I'm not mistaken. If I remember correctly, you know, Louie's fucking a fucking lesbian, or she's fucking bisexual, whatever the fuck you want to call that shit. So why would she stop now all of a sudden when she's got a taste of success, you know, money and power? What happens when people obtain those things? It's never going to be enough. So I feel like it's a plot where she's going to switch up on everybody at the last minute. And I feel like, yeah, she might love Jerome, but she loves power a lot better, because she's in it for herself. She's not in it for her and Jerome, because they got everything already. Because think about it. If Louie was just, you know, like that genuine, then anything that Franklin is asking her to do, she would have did it, because there's no problem. They already got money. You know, they already have, you know, saying like their whole situation situated. So what more do you want? More power. How does she get that? By getting Franklin and Reed, or Teddy, whatever he wants to call himself, out of the way. Because who else would know that Franklin and Teddy were meeting up? Who else would know about that? Scully's not gonna know. You know what I'm saying? Scully, to me, he doesn't have the mentality to pull this thing off. So you have Louie, who has the resources, and then you have Franklin's girl, who has the intelligence to actually see these things through. So the two of them actually make for a formidable opponent for Franklin. I don't see it being anyone else, because that other CIA agent, he's dead. So who else is going to do that? No one else on that show is smart enough to do that but those two. Because think about it, women are smarter than men. So think about it. What I see happening, I could be, you know, what people call, you know, loud and wrong, but that would be the plot twist that that clearly Jerome and Franklin would not see coming. Like, they're not going to see the knife coming from, like, if they're not going to be surprised to be stabbed in the back, but they are going to be surprised that it was one of the main people closest to them. You know what I'm saying? So another thing, I don't know what in the Quentin Tarantino, Kill Bill, Pulp Fiction shit, you know what I'm saying, was going on in the last episode, where, first of all, I don't know why they went into the crib, that crib, like a nice house, out of all of them, to try and make a quick phone call when they could have done that shit anywhere else. What I don't understand about Franklin is that Franklin is supposed to be like this big time drug dealer with, you know, millions of dollars, but then yet you don't have soldiers around you. Like, I don't know, like maybe Franklin is just that cheap, but I'm like, in all crime movies, the motherfucking drug dealers, they got soldiers and they got, you know, guys working for him. So just in case somebody tries to shoot, they got them on deck. There's no reason why, you know, Franklin and Gustavo should have been, you know, caught out the way that they were, and like literally hiding in somebody's, you know, little secret, you know, annex basement or whatever for that long. And then I'm pretty sure that money, that $3 million that they had in there, is not going to be there. The money is not going to be there, because that last shot that they got of the bag when they walked out, I was like, yeah, that bag is not going to be there when they get back. And then when that happens, it's going to create a whole lot more issues than they already have right now. So it's like, not only is the family not getting along, and somebody's also hitting them at that, but then they're going to lose the $3 million. It's going to throw everything off. So, yeah, so those are my thoughts. So my thoughts, you know, anyway, are the fact that Louie is definitely behind all of this shit, because she's the only one that has that sort of intel between her and Franklin's girl. Because we already know Franklin's girl, you know, something's off about her. Okay, the way she cocked that gun, something's off about her. You know what I'm saying? And she seemed like the type to probably, you know, swing both ways. So, you know, those two, do not be surprised that towards the end of this season, or, you know, a few episodes from now, that fucking, you know, Louie and whatever her name is, Franklin's girl, they're gonna, you know, turn the tables on them. None of the characters on the show are gonna see it coming the way that I saw this shit coming, because, you know, when you look at story and you see the way that things work and the little shots and the things that these characters say and don't say in passing, it literally like makes all the difference. And it's like foreshadowing, because it's like, if you watch Power, they pretty much gave it away that Mecca was an informant the first episode. The first time that Mecca even showed up on the show, fucking Kane said, oh, yo, he said you smell like a rat or a narc or some shit like that. he gave it away, but nobody's gonna pay attention to that. And then look what happened. He ended up being a police informant. So it's the same thing with LOUIE. She's super ambitious now. She's really disagreeable. She's already plotting on leaving Jerome because she said, "Oh, my life. Oh, excuse me, our life." You see what I'm saying? So already she's looking at Jerome as dead weight, because what is Jerome there for? Just to help her make this. She don't need him anymore. At this point right now, LOUIE doesn't need Jerome anymore. So she's gonna, I wouldn't be surprised if she left him. I could be wrong, but this is just my prediction. This is just my theory. Whatever. But anyway, so those are my thoughts. Although unconcise, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Good luck.